So how are you guys? Herb Palmer Jr., Lobster Media, Pay Attention Films. I wanted to, sometimes in life you get a window of opportunity. So it's beginning of May, and the window of opportunity is the cherry blossoms are still out. There's only, I don't know if it's a week or 2 weeks or whatever, 3 weeks. But if you can see, there's a ton of, if they're cherry blossoms or dogwoods or whatever they are, but they're actually very, very, very beautiful. And I wanted to talk. Well, first of all, like I said, I wanted to make sure you guys got the view of the cherry trees and stuff. But I was thinking today, I do a lot of internet branding, a lot of internet marketing. I've got, I don't know, 20, 30 videos on here, probably 50 or 60 on Pay Attention Films. And it's a lot of people don't believe what they see or what they read or what they hear on the internet, So I want to talk a little bit about schemes and scams and what's real and what's not, so many people are, there's like cynical, then there's skeptical. So, skeptical is, I'm not sure what this is. Let me take a solid look at it. And if it is, maybe I'm interested. That's skeptical. But cynical is everything's bad, everything's a scheme, everything's a scam, everybody robs you, there's nothing good anywhere, I'm gonna work till I'm 80 and then I'm gonna just die. That's that is cynical. And if you're cynical, you're gonna work till you're 100 years old. There's no hope for you. But if you're skeptical, there's hope, because you could literally find some rich, smart people, learn what they do, think how they think, and you can actually own your life, not like make your boss and your company rich, But how do you tell the difference between a real company and a scheme? Well, there's a lot of ways to tell, First of all, is there a product or service being with your organization? If it's just like a shell game and there's no real product and no real service, then it's a scheme, and they'll probably eventually get shut down by the Attorney General. If it's just like, money, transferring money with no real product. But if you have a real product, a real company, or a real service, there's a good chance it's a real company. So how long have they been around? What's their track record? Who's running the company? Is it a public company or a private company? There's a lot of things to look at. But again, if you think everything's a scheme and everybody's out to get you and everybody's out to rob you, then they probably are, because you're just going to attract that into your life. There's a thing called the law of attraction. It was a movie called The Secret a few years ago. And, you attract in your life what you vibrationally create, whether it's with your words or your language, you create it, So if you believe everything's a scheme, a lot of people are going to rob you. If you believe, that good things are going to happen, that you deserve to have a good life, then good things are going to happen. And you're going to come across interesting people and interesting opportunities that could literally change your life. But you have to be looking for it. You have to be ready for it. You have to be open to it. Like I said, if you think someone's going to rip you off, then they probably are. But if you really want to change your life and you're tired of the slave grind, my friend works in Manhattan and he's doing the slave grind. He makes a lot of money, but they own his life. He only gets 2 days off for good behavior, just like in prison. At least in prison they feed you, so I hear. And he works just hard enough so they won't fire him, and they pay him just enough so he won't quit. It's like this unwritten hamster slave law, and I don't know, he's looking, but he's not looking, but, he's afraid to make the leap because he's got to feed his family, and I get it. You have to take care of your family and all that, but there's things that you can do on the side, part-time, weekends, lunch hours. A lot of people, when they start a business or a home business, that's what they do, is they build it in their spare time. That's the beauty of it. They're not saying, quit your job and, do this full time. You start part-time around your spare time, and you build something that eventually can replace your full-time income. That's what I did. I was with a company for a total of 7 years. I've been doing this for 25 years altogether. But for the last 7 years, for 2 years part-time, weekends, evenings, when I had time, And then 2 years in, my part-time business created more money than my full-time job. So guess what? I told my boss that I couldn't afford to work here anymore because it was cutting too much into my personal time. And I did that for the past 5 years. I've been free. All my bills are paid, and I don't have to really work a job. because I built the residual income. I got paid, month after month, week after week for work I did 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. And that's what true freedom is. So, but since then, the company changed a few things. My income has been going down. So, it's time to build another business. So that's what I'm doing. There's a few things I do from the house. One of the businesses is firebossmonday.com. firebossmonday.com. And again, you want to create leverage. You want to create residual income. Most people don't know what leverage is. What's leverage? Well, if you have one McDonald's, you're going to make some money. But if you own 50 McDonald's, you're going to make a fortune. That's what leverage is. If you have, I don't know if you guys remember payphones, dinosaur payphones. But if you have one payphone, you're going to make beer money. But if you have 10,000 payphones, you're going to make a fortune. Same concept, leverage. You get paid 1%, you get paid 100% of your own efforts, right? But smart people, rich people, wealthy people understand leverage. So Henry Ford, I think it was John Paul Getty, the oil billionaire guy, said, I would rather have 1% of the efforts of 100 people rather than 100% of the efforts of myself. And that's what leverage is. So when you have leverage, you have time freedom. Most people don't have any time freedom. They have money and no time, or time and no money. But because of leverage and because of residual income, you can actually have time and money. And that's what freedom is, time and money. Most people don't understand it. Again, they think, something's illegal or a scheme or a scam. But I think a scam is going to school, studying hard, getting good grades, going to college, spending $200,000 for college. You're in debt for the rest of your life. Now you want to get a good job and you think you're going to be set for the rest of your life. But that's a lie. It's not true. I think they say the average college graduate today is going to change careers 7 times. So, that's fine on the way up, because usually you get a break and you make more money. But once you start getting, into the 40s or 50s, now you start going on the way down, and you just don't get those high-paying jobs anymore. So instead of, working at Walmart or working at McDonald's or, being a real estate agent that's not selling any real estate, you can create a home-based business, start in your spare time and, create incredible time and money. But, it's not easy. It's not a scratch-off lottery ticket. You're not going to talk to 2 neighbors and be rich. It's a business. There's skill set. And that's what we teach at Pay Attention Films. That's what we teach at Lobster Lab Media. So please subscribe if you like the videos that we do. Please hit the bell button, and that way all the announcements will come in. And when we make a new video, you'll get it directly through your email, and you can watch it. So that's what we do, you guys. Again, I wanted to just get a video out here before the blossoming trees stopped blossoming and summer hits. In New Jersey this year was crazy. It was the winter of April. We had an interesting winter. April got here, and then winter continued for the whole month of April. So it was kind of stupid, kind of silly. I think the weather's kind of screwed up, but what do I know? So, and if you want to read my book, it's called The Lobster and the Chicken. You can find it on Amazon. It's a spiritual relationship book about the spiritual journey we all take through life. It's really the story of me and my ex. They travel through life with 12 taxis, all their baggage. And once they learn the lessons and meet all the characters, they leave the taxis and baggage and become fully human at the end of the story. So you can find that on Amazon under The Lobster and the Chicken, Herb Palmer Jr. And like I said, we've got probably 30,000 connections on social media, so 21,000 on Freedom Tank and Twitter, and then another, 5 or 10,000 or so on LinkedIn and Facebook under Herb Palmer Jr. So that's what we got, you guys. You can have the life that you want if you're willing to do the research and, find a good mentor. I'm certainly able to teach you. So reach out to me through all of our contact information, and who knows, maybe it's your lucky day. Maybe you don't have to be a slave grinding it out for 9 to 5 for the rest of your life. All right, have an awesome and amazing day.